Hi everyone, I'm Cherry with Missouri Star Quilt Company, and it is day 4 of the Jenny box. So let's see what we've got. All right, right on top, here we go. Let's get this opened. I'm not even sure what this is. Let's see. Oh, we've got a pattern. The Bow Wow Meow mug rugs. How about that? And we've got a dog and a cat. Aren't those adorable? And you know what? Day 3, we had this little charm pack, and I think these were meant to be. So we're going to pass this off to our favorite elf, Courtney, and she's going to show us how to make these adorable mug rugs.
Hi everybody, it's Courtney with Missouri Star, also known as Jenny's Elf. Cherry handed off a sweet little package to me. Now on day 3, you got this beautiful little charm pack. And today, you were gifted these little adorable templates, cat, dog, bow wow meow, and you also got the pattern. These are to make little mug rugs. So I am going to give you a little tip and trick on how to get these together. I'll meet you right back. All right, so we've got our templates here. Now you can peel off this paper backing from your template. That way you can see what you're laying it on. So if you have other fabric, you can fussy cut. You know, if there's a little design on your fabric that you want to fussy cut this, you've got it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your little charm pack up into 2-inch squares. For the cat, you are going to piece a 4x4-inch piece of fabric. For the dog, you're going to piece 6 across and 4 down. Okay. Then you're going to take your fusible fleece. That's what I use to quilt with. And be careful if your fleece, like mine, is bigger than your fabric. I just make sure to press my iron in the middle. I usually use a smaller iron for this. You don't want to get that fusible on the bottom of your iron. So just be careful. And then I went ahead and quilted it. I just did some straight stitching. Again, another great time to practice a little bit of free motion if you want to get a little brave. First I want to point out though, the one thing you can do if you're going to really be using these with like real hot little mugs, you can use Insulbrite in there, and that'll give you a little bit of extra security when you're putting it on your table. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my backing fabric. I'm going to lay my cat down on there, and I drew around that just with a regular pen, and then I cut it out just around that line. Okay, so I have a little bit of room. Okay. Then I laid it right side on there, and it's pretty tight, but you can get it. Okay, I think it shrunk down a little bit when I stitched it. And then you're going to sew all the way around it. Now I go down on my stitch length to about a 2, maybe even under a 2, because this is pretty small when you're getting into here. On the directions, it has you leave an opening on a straight part. It doesn't say straight part, but it's easier to leave an opening on a straight side than a curved, right? So on this cat, I might leave an opening that big. You backstitch here, go all the way around, get around here, backstitch, and leave your opening there. On the dog, there is no real straight line, so I did leave an opening there, but I tried my hardest, but if you can see there, it is kind of a little gnarly. So on my cat, this one I did as well. I followed the directions and left it open at the bottom. It doesn't look too bad. But on this one, I went ahead and put a cut right across the back of my cat head, and I turned it through there. And then when I was done, I put a little bit of fusible web on a piece of the backing fabric, and I cut it out using my wavy edge scissors, or you can use a wavy edge rotary blade, and then I ironed it right over the hole. So you don't even know the holes there, and I felt like this looks a lot better. It looks a lot more finished, and I don't have that gnarly edge. And then just go ahead and you're going to top stitch. Once again, we're all about the top stitching. Just about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and you'll give it that nice little finished look. and you are ready to give it to your favorite dog or cat lover in the family. I hope you make a bunch of these for gifts, and don't forget about all your little furry friends throughout the year too. You can give gifts then too. Have a happy holiday.